Hey loves, welcome back to Bioscope with me, Mary Kate Masilela. And today we have a special. I have King Kgosi, right?
That's right.
He's actually quite nervous on being on the channel, but I'm actually excited. I'm very stoked to have him. And I've just finished uploading on the YouTube Shorts cutaways of him being in post-production of his follow-up movie. Is it follow-up or like
that? This is just one of the standalones, all right?
Standalone.
Yeah.
Because I know you're doing another project.
Yeah. You see, this one is actually for my honors degree.
Okay.
All right, with the University of the Free State.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, is that just in part a fulfillment of my degree? But yeah, besides that, there's a whole lot other more.
But this is the latest one
yeah.
right now.
Absolutely.
Because I know you have to submit in a couple of weeks.
That's correct.
So do they have a possibility of seeing it, viewing it online in the future?
Definitely, no doubt about it. I mean, even for you, Mary Kate, you'd probably get, maybe you can run a trailer on it. I don't know how
Most
big.
definitely.
I don't know how much you'd want to possibly market or screen some of the shots. But I wouldn't mind if you've got that category or that section in your channel where you actually can play some of these shots. I wouldn't mind. If your viewers would like to see
They're probably watching them right now.
Alright, yeah.
They're probably watching them right now as they're listening to us as we speak.
Yeah, but I'm saying I can give you the film itself when it's done.
Really?
And you can put it on the channel and we see how.
You see, guys, exclusive only on Bioscope.
Yeah, but that's something that we can talk about, alright?
Okay.
It's something I wouldn't mind doing.
Okay.
Yeah, we can still
maybe I can have it online for like a month or something.
Yeah, you see. Yeah. You can make a good arrangement about it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And it's a short, and I love shorts because they get straight to the point. They're not too much, because I end up feeling in the future directors end up losing themselves. Sometimes a movie may start strong and end up being weak, and you'll be like, man, I can't believe it ended like that or something like that. So I love shorts because the endurance doesn't linger. Do you feel like sometimes when you direct during set, your endurance goes down, or you just hit like power plays or something just to keep your energy going? What do you do to make sure that your energy doesn't go down?
Yeah, I do a whole lot of other things, okay? A lot of things.
Tell us.
You're talking about shots, and I was just gonna talk a little bit about that. I probably have more shots, more than my fingers in my hand, right? And I've come to actually...
Oh, shots.
No, shots. Like short films, right?
Oh, I thought you were talking shots.
No, I've got a little bit more than just over 5. I'd have to try and... I've been, doing shots for a long time. And I've realized that I'm comfortable with it. I don't want the pressure of thinking about a feature. Like you say, endurance. Filmmaking is a very stressful thing, but it's fun at the same time, alright? And if you can get it done in time when the energy is still there, it's better.
Because you still have to do post.
Then try and drag it out, okay? Yeah, well, I'm not an energy drinker. I'm not an energy drinker that much. I try and keep natural energy.
I noticed you do coffee.
Yeah, coffee. A lot of coffee. That's what keeps it going, right? But with Ngwaneso, I felt like I didn't have enough time. I could have made enough time, but no, there could have been better planning too, okay? And if you know, this is like almost like self-funded, project. At the same time, the resources are limited, and you have to work with what you can do. All right. So
let's not go into deep about that because we are gonna go ahead of that. Let's start from the beginning. Tell us about your concepts, or give us a synopsis about your film.
Interesting. Yeah, the concept is basically around a South African gangster anti-hero genre film, okay? And I try to just flip it a little, I don't know a lot of South African, or maybe African, although I'm not very big. I can't say I've watched a lot of movies.
Because you did ask me, sorry to disturb you, you asked me guys earlier on, like a couple of days ago, you asked me like, do you know like a female antagonist from like gangster background or something like that? And I've been trying to think about it. Maybe my mind is so blocked because I'm also busy with my movie, but hasn't popped out yet. But weirdly enough, like Kim Engelberg pops out. Maybe there was a role she did and I just don't remember the movie or something like that. So if there is like someone, an actress or a movie like that, hit us up on the comments so we can actually find out. Okay, let's get back.
But not only in the gangster film genre, it's just almost in general. Female characters in South Africa are still almost marginalized in a way. Okay, they still play the background. They still play that, housewife. The person that has
or
to
it
be,
goes.
Yeah, And the concept also derived from my dissertation. All right, it's about South African gangster films. And how these films get told, and how many South African gangster films we've had in the past decade or so. But that's when I realized that there's actually not a female protagonist in any of these films, and that's where the concept derived from. Okay.
You're the first person who I'm actually talking to who's actually still in school, so I'm gonna take advantage of that. So we're gonna redirect, when from your point of view as a filmmaker and you doing like your practical for your honors, and which is 10 minutes, and you shooting this, are you doing this as you practicing as your exam is for being a director, right?
Yes, it's directing, writing.
How do you feel about the challenge when when you have to raise funds and you're shooting for your practicals? Because I reference myself when I was in university. It's so weird when you're in university. It's so much. I don't want to say it's easier for you to compile a movie, because obviously the university gives you gear, but whatever extra gear then you guys have to put in together or get sponsorship for you to get a special light or a special camera or something like that. But people do not understand. I really want to emphasize, it's very hard to do a movie outside school, but I feel like it's also unfair that the amount of stress during school that you have to focus about finances, and meanwhile you still have your own school fees to even worry about. But maybe it's a good it's a good way to teach people, because in the outside you out there alone, and it's a cold world. It's very, very cold.
I count my blessings every day, Mary Kate, and I've learned that, I was lucky. You're right. It's filmmaking is an expensive exercise, and And most people, you have to start out with these passion projects. And like I said in the beginning, that I've been doing these for quite a bit. I remember when I had to do maybe my first film, my first short film. I had just resigned from a job.
What was it called?
It was called Lerato. Okay. And I had just resigned, and it was my first job. I didn't really, I didn't really know that I was gonna get some money. It was a production company. It was a private sector production company. I thought they wouldn't pay me like my, I don't know if it's UIF or whatever tax that they were collecting from my salary. Okay. Oh, I happened to have some money after I resigned, and I thought, okay, cool. Let me take this money and shoot this film in collaboration with a lady back then, and she also put some money together. So it was my own money from my own pocket the first time. All right.
And like the first rule in business is never to use your own money.
Exactly. Okay, but I was excited. I wanted to make my film, and I thought, okay, why not? Just put some money together. But that was my first film. I realized, then I knew. I learned that you don't use your own money. And then I started just doing some film festivals. So I'd go around just, hustling money, just talking to people, asking for sponsorship until 2013. I met somebody who helped actually raise funds for this film. Ngwaneso. I am still in school, but also that school, I don't have to pay for those tuition. I get to go there for free. So this is some of the things that I'm telling you, that I count my blessings all the time, Mary Kate. Most of the students that I am in class with will not, or maybe some may, depending on, how these skills are in terms of just, getting sponsorship, getting this and that to try and make a film like that. But, plus the university is almost like, it's not like a real proper film school. It's very basic filmmaking, techniques, and just basic, just
give us an overview.
You see,
because I'm from AFDA.
Yeah, I know you're from AFDA. Now that's a film school. You have proper gear. You got all types of gear. Okay, and I mean, that's another thing. I didn't use university equipment to shoot this film.
Really?
You see.
So you guys don't have like an in-store like gear house?
There is, but I wouldn't use that gear after knowing what it's like to use good quality gear. Okay, because I've done that.
And I understand, because this is one of the few opportunities for you to make a film, and this film is going to open doors for you in the future. So you need to use the best tools or best equipment as you can for this one opportunity.
Yeah. And another thing is, this film was shot in Bloemfontein. It's not like a very film friendly or a location where you find filmmakers there. I couldn't get anybody that could provide gear that I wanted in that town. So I had to get
no gear houses.
Yeah, no gear house. No production houses.
Only in Joburg, Cape Town.
I had to have crew drive down to Bloemfontein with gear, and all.
It's so expensive.
You see.
It's expensive because you have to count the days for just the travel costs without even using the camera.
But this is,
or whatever equipment.
Yeah, this is just another way of trying to say that I respect the craft, and I would go to the length. Although you must sometimes, I would go that extra length to try and get as much as I can to try and make that project look as good, as professional, and as good quality as possible. Okay. So yeah, that's how I had people come through there. So I've never spent my money again. So this was.
Why was it a hard lesson for you to learn? I want people to understand.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can't. I mean, if you're gonna spend, you need to make that money back eventually. Okay, you have to, and you can't. I mean, as a filmmaker, it'll be money that I would have to put bread and butter on my table, and I go and make a film. That means if I had people that I need to provide for, they might go hungry because I'm trying to make these
Movies.
passion projects that may not pay off as quickly as I would like them to too. So that's why I then thought, okay, I will not use my money again. I'd rather try and hustle the money, and I will do good with these people should this thing take off like it should. Okay, so we do have an understanding with everybody that I work with that, okay, it's a long-term investment. All right, eventually I got you. You might put my thing out there. I don't know how far it'll go from here right now. Okay, so that's the thing about it. It's something that you build over a year. It's not. We're not the same. I mean, some people can do something now and they blow up. Okay.
Yes.
It might take me. Usain Bolt took him 20 years to be the fastest man on earth. 20 years of constant, consistent practice. So I'm not gonna quit right now and say, oh no, my films are not making money. That's the skill that I have. That's what keeps me going. So I'll keep making these films. If I don't sell it now, it's a legacy, This is something that I can put away. I mean, a film has a 75-year lifespan.
Yes.
Okay. So I mean that's all right.
People are still. I lost the guy's name. The one who does horror. Okay. Like people are still watching like the new film generation. Like people still go back. I grew up loving TCM, like in love with TCM movies, like those old school black and white movies. Even now, guys, whoever's in charge of, I don't know, DSTV, please bring back that channel. That used to be my favorite DSTV channel. But speaking what you spoke right now, and you were saying like your movies are not making money now, but in the future they can possibly will. I feel like it's a matter of strategy. I've been doing Ibiscope for so many years, and I've been privileged to have spoken to a lot of great directors and great producers. It's like, I think it's about the network you in, the circles, and obviously having a great agent, and because I don't want to say anybody can shoot a great movie, but it needs to arrive to the right boss at the right time, like for that movie to land on their desk kind of thing, for them to see it. Because those big bosses, yes, they have buyers to be floating around film festivals, to be looking for films, but sometimes you need the right people to shake hands with, So I want people to realize it's very important which circles you're in, and in whatever circles you're in, and what powers and moves are you guys planning to do. And you have to have like a 5-year goal, like this movie that you're doing is action. Are you planning to be doing action for some time? Or is that, what else are you planning to do?
I love action. I love action, no doubt about it. I got a lot of things that I would like to do. I can do anything. I've done. I'm in pre-prod right now for a psychodrama. I've done something like that, like a psychological. I think that was also drama. Okay. I've done comedy. I've done dark comedy. I've done horror. Okay. I've done a western. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, I love.
I need to watch that.
I've done.
What's the western called?
Is it The Sale? Yeah. Is it The Sale? Yeah.
We must send that to
you. You must check it out. I've got hard drives. I've got mad hard drives. It's probably some of my stuff I've tried to put online. I've done something like political thriller, you know, a lot. So I've
So
done
you
different genres. Okay.
Yeah, you explored.
Yes, but I'm an action type of guy. You know, you were talking about Bruce Willis right now.
He's
But
back
I'm
in
also
action.
very big with fantasy too. Okay, fantasy. But this was not a plan. This was part of my dissertation. I had to do a gangster film, and this was a mad challenge. Imagine with a gangster film, you understand the elements. Look, you can flip any type of genre and try and make it, you know, even a western. I mean, right now you can do a western in the city. It doesn't mean that you need a frontier. It doesn't mean that you need, like, you know, you need to be coarse. You need to try and also use what you have around you. It's the elements. It's, you know, every genre has things that go with it that makes it what it is. Okay, it'll either be costume, music, whatever. It's how you work around the project and how you know, thematize it. Okay, so this one, it was not by choice that I had. This was like,
But I enjoyed it.
yeah, it's part of my dissertation, but I enjoyed doing it. Okay, it was a big challenge, but yeah, I'm very optimistic about this film. It could be one of my best work yet. Okay.
Tell us more. Who was acting in it? Tell us about the cast.
Right. Cast wise, it was. I remember everything about it because that's another thing. If you're doing something, you need to put all your energy, and you must know what you're looking for, and just try and get it. You know. And especially, I mean, I've got some kind of experience with it. Well, I hope I do. I've been doing it for like 2 decades now. Okay, Mary Kay?
Really?
Yeah. So I was walking around the campus. I had audition posters already designed and posted. There was some arts festival.
You guys have arts festivals there?
There was some arts festival that was happening on campus. And I think that was just after I had posted this audition posters. I'm walking around, I see this lady, she's on stage, she's singing this Killing Me Softly by the Fugees, that Lauryn Hill song. And then I had already had a picture of what I wanted my lead to look like. It's supposed to be. I had a Zoe Saldana, like I was telling you, kind of. She's tiny. You wouldn't think that she can get herself out of trouble, you know, like she did. I mean, if you look Colombiana,
she's fierce,
right? She's insane. She's agile. She can move, all right. And
she
there she
went
was
through
on
a
stage.
lot of running in your movie.
Yeah. There she was on stage and she's singing this song. And I sat there and I watched and I sat right in front. You know, I'm thinking, would she really want to be in this movie? But that's also what I knew. She's not an actor, but the fact that she was on stage, it means that she was not shy to put herself out there. Okay, she'll be able to like put herself out there. All right. So I waited for her to finish all that she did. And I went around. Everybody was just crowding around her, chilled. I waited for everybody to just chill, and then she had a moment. And I went down. I'm like, listen, I'm shooting this thing, all right, and I would like you to come and audition. She said, yeah, cool. She gave me the number.
What does
That's
she study?
Malika. She's doing, what is she studying? No, she's not even a student. She's not a student. She's working. I think she's a beauty therapist, but she's also a vocalist or a singer, all right?
Okay.
She said, yeah, cool, I'll come to the auditions. And then I had the auditions.
She doesn't already know that she already got the job.
Yeah, she didn't even know that she already got the job, but she already had the job. You can do that. You know what you want. Because acting, and for most lead actors, it's not about how good you are. It's just, some of them, it's just how you look, okay? They just need the look, okay? And they know they will guide you into doing what they need you to do. Good directors. But sometimes directors deal with stars. Even these stars are not really good actors. They just have this.
Most of them today.
Exactly.
Most of them today.
It's how they are marketed. It's how they are, sold. Okay? And then I did my auditions. I was very well. I did my auditions. I think I had about 4 days of auditions, 5 days maybe. No, maybe 3 or 4 days. It's a short film, but people came. A lot of people came through, and she came on the day before last. All right, and I thought she was not gonna. I don't know why. I was just waiting for her to come, and the auditions were done because I think I had already gotten the people that I was looking for. So I was just waiting for her to come, but I had already had somebody on standby, okay, an understudy kind of situation, just in case she didn't pitch, and she pitched, and I had to decide, okay, let her keep the role, and she's okay. I had a problem of language with her because this is a film in Bloemfontein, and you need to try
and you're calling it Ngwaneso.
Ngwaneso, yeah, that means siblings. Yeah. But anyway, so it was Malaika Wakatana that she plays lead, and her little brother Kagisho. He must have been one of the first people that came to the audition. He's still in high school. Okay, he's still in high school. Cause I wanted it to be like that. All right. And we also had an undercover cop called Rasta, who's a student, a film student. And I don't know if he's also a drama student, but he's also.
Who's that?
Rasta is the undercover cop. Okay.
He's a Rasta, that guy.
No, it's just that's his name, right?
Or is it a nickname?
It's a nickname. His name is Detective Nari, right?
Yeah, because that guy doesn't look like a Rasta at all.
His undercover thing is Rasta. And then Ntsumpa is that guy is good. He surprised me. But I liked his look. And he was also an understudy of Boza, just in case Boza didn't really pitch, because Boza was supposed to be a qualified actor, a professional actor coming through from Joburg. I was just trying to get myself ready for an emergency, and he had to take the henchman's role, but he was great. Boza himself is one of the good actors. I mean, the guy has a PhD, so you can understand how much he understands things, especially in performing arts, But
young.
Yeah, no, he's like 40. It's like
what?
Not even 40. It's old. It's like maybe 38.
Oh, he looks young.
Do you know who Boz? Did you see who Boz?
Yes, we just finished watching it right now.
Okay. So, but yeah, he looked the age, and that's the thing about it. That's the thing about it. I wanted the people to actually look their proper age.
What's in the water there? He looks young, I swear.
Yeah. Oh yeah, maybe he's looking good, but yeah, he's older. He was the oldest actor of everybody else there. Okay. And nice thing about it is there's also the young Tulwana and the young Kagisho, which was very hard to get. To try and work with like a minor, especially in this industry, you need it's just a lot of paperwork. You need consent from the parents.
Yes.
I was dropped a couple of times trying to find the little Kagisho, but eventually I got the little Kagisho. You didn't see that because we don't have the opening sequence. They're in the opening sequence. So the opening sequence is of them younger and how she was still taking care of him when she was still like a teenager, all right? When their mother died.
I only saw the flashbacks.
Oh yes, you saw the flashback. Oh, you saw the flashback. So that's them younger, right? So that's in the opening sequence. So the opening sequence is also telling that story of what happens of them just growing up and stuff. So yeah, and just people came through, and yeah, that's my cast really. That's my cast.
I had a great experience. By the way, guys, we're sharing a studio. We at Joyce Post-Production Studio. What's the production company name? I know this is the long time.
African Monarch Production.
So hit her up, guys. If you anywhere in Polokwane and you just finished shooting your movie. She's the best person to give you the best edits, the best cuts.
Yeah, this place is gonna be lit with filmmakers real soon. There's like 5 productions that are happening. So this is almost like gonna be like some film marathon happening here.
Yeah, we're all like camping here, trying to create magic. So the past few days I've seen you like work side by side with her, telling her what you want, because she wasn't in set. Like you mentioned before, the movie was shot in Bloem. She lives in Polokwane. And I want to talk about the editing process. You know, you're one of those editors who literally sit next to you. You remind me of Martin Scorsese. I know the pronunciation didn't sound right, but it's literally 1 a.m.
That's correct.
Yeah.
You said it right.
Thank you. And he has an editor. This is what they do. Like literally, they shoot the movie and he goes on holiday, and once he's done on holiday, he comes back refreshed. He does it on purpose. He wants to come back refreshed, fresh eyes, not like ours right now. And he does the edit with his editor. And he has had the same editor for more than 30 years or something like that. And you do that. Why is it important for you to be so involved? Because some other directors, they just want to see like the first cut, second cut, third cut, and then the final cut.
Yeah, you see now, because this is a project where I'm not paying anybody, you know, and you know, I don't expect. Well, I expect somebody to give their all, you know, wholeheartedly. They're gonna be working on it. I want you to own the project like I'm owning the project, and that's why directors like Scorsese can have somebody for 30 years. I'm sure he's paying that person. That's why he can go on holiday and leave that person with an editor's script, all right? And that person will go through the project. Obviously, they all know that movie, like it like appears on script, all right?
Because they went through, they ran through the footage.
Yeah. But now I'm not paying Joy. I'm not expecting Joy to sit here and like work on this movie and forget that she can go and get like, you know, chicken licking or whatever.
She wants yogurt and sleep.
Yeah, and she wants to sleep. I'm like, I can't expect. I need to wake her up. I need to like, Joe, let's work. I need, you know, and that's why I said here. But now, the movie is so cut. I can leave it. I'm alright. She's got the structure right now. What she can do is just she can tighten it up, and she doesn't need me anymore. Alright. But that was important. Otherwise, I could have just given. She's got the script, but I don't think she's read the script as much because she was blown after we finished cutting the film. Only then she knew what the film was about. Obviously, she didn't read the script.
How do you feel when people like you, probably on set or close enough to the day of shoot, and they still haven't read the script? Because I know people like that, and you'll be like, "Haibo, what do you mean?" You know.
That's the thing. That's why I had to have a read through for this one. I had to have everybody that had a line needed to come and read and listen and sit in and know what the movie's about and know what they're doing. We had rehearsals. I had to rehearse because some of these people doing our first time. They've never done this before. They're just doing it. Yeah. So I had to try and direct these people and tell them this is how it works. This is how it should work. You know, we had to rehearse these things prior to try and get it right on set.
What were the challenges that you had on set?
Time, really, and crew. Okay, resources. I had a lot of challenges. What do you
mean by crew?
Crew. I had somebody that was production coordinator. All right.
And that's very important.
Yeah, they're not a film student. They have no training. They have no experience in filmmaking. I needed to And sometimes
who was
when I
Miss
spoke,
Producer at the time? Because I saw her car in the movie.
I didn't want. She was insane. She did such a great job. Without her, I don't know. It wouldn't be the same. Even now, when I'm gonna go present this to my supervising producer, he's gonna get blown away. He's not gonna believe what he's seeing. Because when I gave him the script, he said, "No, man, I don't think you'll be able to do this. Okay,
How
you
many
need to
days?
reconsider
How
this.
long?
All right."
How many nights? Because most of it looks like okay.
This happens in like one night, one day. This is like
24 hours.
It's a 24-hour thing. All right.
Yeah, don't sleep. Don't sleep, gang.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought now. I don't even remember what I was talking
Sorry. You were talking about your lecture as a supervising producer.
Yeah, he's gonna get blown away when he sees this. Yeah, we were talking about challenges. So I was telling you about this production coordinator, alright? So there's a lot of things. If you don't see it, and I don't think you saw it as well. Let me not give away right now, because people might see might listen to the podcast and then watch the movie with, I don't want to give the spoilers, okay?
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of things that happens in that movie, and if your eye is not trained, you're not gonna see it. It's gonna hit you so bad, and when I tell you about it, you're gonna bang your head against the wall, okay? And this is what I said to Joe, and that's what directors do, There's not one perfect movie. There's always something that's wrong with the movie. But if you're not film literate, you'll not see it. You'll enjoy. You'll get
there's
consumed
something wrong with
in the story. Okay.
There's something wrong with it. I didn't see it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, maybe it's because I'm tired.
I want you to watch it again tomorrow.
No, Monday.
No, Monday I'm not gonna be here.
No, you won't be here, but the thing is, like, I'll have fresh eyes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Call me and tell me if you saw it, alright?
Yes.
So those were the challenges too. So this production coordinator, sometimes when I try to give instructions, try to communicate with her, I forgot that I'm talking to somebody that didn't understand what they need to say when they talk to somebody that I told them to go and speak to, so that they understand what they're coming in here for.
Were they excited being in set?
Oh man, I got clips that I'll show you.
Okay.
I tried to have everybody send like 30-second clips on what they thought worked and what they thought didn't work on set about the production.
That's dope. That's dope.
I can show you that. I can share that with you.
We'll share them on the vlog.
Alright. So yeah, that's what's up. And I got the feedback. That was just my way of also just collecting all the feedback and see what they thought worked. But yeah, there was a lot of challenges. I had to go overtime. I had 3 days scheduled for this, but because I didn't have a continuity person, there was some scenes that got dropped, and there's a scene that was just never meant to be. You'll see, I tried to have an intimate scene in this. That's the one scene that didn't work. Boza, he's got a girlfriend in the film. There was supposed to be some intimacy there, You can't have a gangster film and not show some flesh, alright? Okay? So that's what was supposed to happen.
Sexy.
Yeah, exactly. And light it nicely and make people feel hot.
Yeah, I like silhouettes and stuff.
All right. So that scene just didn't happen for some reason. That scene just didn't happen. First,
no, it's not shame.
First, it was the location, right, where it was supposed to be Boza's room. It just didn't look like him. It was too clean. It was just not what he would be like. All right. And then we decided, okay, now let's forget about that. We'll shoot that tomorrow. The next day, we worked up until almost 3 a.m. in the morning. And that's when, the last scene, that's when we wanted to go do the scene that we could have shot in that place. Which would have been better to have shot and not than not have at all. But it doesn't take away a lot in the movie. It was just that. It was just that, an intimate moment. just having soft little
bump and grind.
Yeah, you see. So that didn't happen. So and yeah, I haven't really.
You never know. It's only people who listen to your Bioscope who know the scoop, but you never know how sometimes things work out. You're telling me about your experience on set with your cinematographer. So please tell us about your cinematographer, who they are, and how was it like? Have you guys worked with each other before?
Black Ngwaneso was actually one of my students, right? At City Varsity. I was lecturing camera and lighting, and I thought he was a kid with good potential when we checked out some of their films at the end of the year. And he kept contact, and luckily for some reason he comes up to me and says, "Listen man, I know you, and because Rodzani has spoken to me about you." I'm like, "What?" Okay. And that's how we started connecting with the kid, right? And he's always the kid that I call on whenever I need to have camera work done, cinematography, DOP. He's the one that I always call upon. But this time, he was supposed to actually come as first AD. And I wondered, why is Black coming here as first AD? He can't come here. I've never wanted to have him. I can't have. He's my go-to DOP, and I didn't want him to come here and get confused. Like, okay, why am I doing this with this guy? But I'm glad he came. Meraki, my producer, brought him along, and my DOP from Durban.
Let's not mention who he is.
Yeah, dropped me at the 11th hour. I was like, what? Okay, Black. This is it, all right?
This is your time. Yes. Pull up your socks.
He killed it. And he's such a, we had, I think I got on his nerve a little bit, but that was also, it was like over midnight. You can understand that the tension is high now.
I saw the clip.
Yeah, the tension is high now, and, we're trying to get this thing down. Like, go, Black, come on, let's do this, come on,
How long did he have prep for? Like, when did he exactly find out I'm about to shoot this? Like a day before?
He had time. Had at least 3 days. He found out when he arrived in Bloemfontein.
Did he have to work on top of the other guy, like storyboard, shortlist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, no. But at least he had already done his production, his script breakdown, because he was brought in, not by me, by the producer, as the AD. So he had already done the script breakdown.
Wow.
So he already knew.
And that's actually a great also perspective to look at all things as an AD, because the AD needs to, I know.
I didn't even know that he could AD. I didn't know that.
AD is tough. Not everybody can do that. And it's a very special job.
Exactly.
A very, very special job.
We wouldn't have dropped any scenes if we had an AD.
Because
even a continuity,
the AD,
you may not need a continuity, but an AD may help you in
AD
getting
knows
everything
the
done.
script in and out. In fact, they have to literally always constantly try to impress the director, and by them doing that makes your work better, easier, and less stressful, because besides them doing the pickup shots and stuff like that and doing cutaways for you when you're not around, for you to have a break or something like that, the AD knows your vision. Exactly. They know what you're trying to achieve, and that's what makes them great. If you couldn't achieve your vision, you really didn't have a great AD. And the AD is another part in the film set which keeps the endurance going. If you don't have the AD, everybody's like sleeping, then the boom swings now are more in shots and stuff like that. Everybody's tired. You need an AD to be like, yo guys, let's push. We have to go home.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. If I had him as the AD, I wouldn't have dropped anything. Probably would have gotten everything properly. All right. But yeah, we had to switch his role, and we had to now let him do that thing. But I was happy. I was alright. In fact, actually, it was better for him to actually be my DOP, because I would have worked with somebody for the first time that I don't know, and I would have probably we would have probably stepped on each other's toe and like, no man, this is not how I do this. But Black, he knows what I do and how I do it. So yeah, and we had my sound guy. I've worked with him before. We worked on a documentary, and I realized that guy is good. His name is Almon. I forgot his last name now. But yeah, that was my sound guy. August, my creative producer. She's just amazing. She's just, I don't know why she does it. I don't know what her aim is. I don't know why she does it. Yeah, but she's
an angel.
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
she's an
She
angel
came
to like
on
independent
another-
filmmakers, people who have dreams, people who have a story to tell, but not everybody can do the paperwork. Not everybody can like.
I tell her about the project. I don't remember what we were doing or where we were. And she says, I'm producing it, right? I'm like, what? But it's a student film. She says, yeah. She says, I'm producing it. I'm like, what? It's a student film. Did you hear me? I said, yeah. But I'll tell you a nice story about her. She's amazing. I can talk the whole day about her. But what she is, like you say, she's an angel. I don't know why. She came, I don't know why. But anyway, what I know is that, she's taking my film as far as the Berlin Film Festival, okay?
And that's big.
That's big, right?
Big.
Yeah. We got that close.
I think that's before Cannes or after.
It's almost equivalent.
No, like it's when we start the film tour. It hits before Cannes or after. I think it hits before.
I don't know.
Like
she
it's
would
big.
have to talk to that, alright? She's the
Ooh,
one.
for which one? This one?
No. This was for Cul-de-sac.
Damn. I wish this one, because this one, I edited here for like a few hours, so I'm definitely gonna be in the credits. So yeah, damn, I should be in this one.
You're definitely gonna be in the credits, Mary Kate. So yeah, and a nice story about what was happening is that I told her, listen, I can't get a makeup artist. I had this makeup artist, right? I like her. She's nice, and she's also a healer. And she said, oh man, nigga, come on. You always want me to work for you and you don't pay me. Forget it, man. She said, okay, I'll come. She says, I'll come. And then she says, no, listen, I can't, Mike.
No, wait. Is this the one you were telling me about? Just like she was calling you, and then when I arrived, she stopped calling you.
No. Oh no, that's the one. That one just started texted me after I met you. Yeah, she hadn't been texting me in a long time. Now she texts me and she wants money. I'm like, and I'm broke. And now she's probably thinking I'm being funny, alright? And I'm not. I'm broke. But I would also.
The thing is, like when you're shooting, people think you have money. Yeah, because they know, like. But the thing is, like, you're thinking so many things. Cameras.
So.
Who I can afford, who I can't. Who I need favors from.
Exactly. I needed police, but there's protocol with the police as well, okay?
Why was she wearing a uniform on set? Isn't she gonna be in trouble?
No, she's a real cop, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. She was wearing her.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. There's a protocol about police in South Africa. If you're gonna use the South African police, they will dictate your script. I had to sit down with these people and change the whole thing, but it also made sense because it was weird. Okay, initially they were kidnapping him because they're busy, they didn't want, but it didn't make sense. Why kidnap her if you are the police, okay? So they needed to come and arrest him, arrest her, all right? But she said, nah, man, you can't arrest her without, she's now trying to make it like, it's like real police. And this is a story, you tell a story. I don't know why. I had to change the script. I had to
on set.
No. With there, because I had to get every pre-prod, just organizing everything. I had to have a meeting with the police and tell them what I need and how I need the police.
This is so stressful. I think after my movie now, I'm gonna take a break.
You have the police in your movie?
No, but I just like, yo, movies are stressful. Like, they're very stressful.
I had to meet with police. Yeah, I had to arrange with the fire department. I couldn't get.
Yeah, we saw the fire brigades.
Yeah, but they wouldn't come to set to come and control the fire. That was a risky situation. You see, I could have burned the whole damn scrapyard down. Because we put gasoline on the floor and we put it on fire. And that's a scrapyard. You can imagine there's oil all over. What did that shit just
scrapyard is it?
Some guy that was like also some kind of godsend kind of cat. I'm rolling
Say
around.
his name.
His name is Dodo. Yeah,
say his
cat,
name.
Okay? It's a Dodo
Shout out
cat,
Dodo.
Yeah, shout out to Dodo. Big time, Dodo, alright? So I'm rolling around, I'm trying to find a scrapyard. I'm rolling up to this spot. There's this guy named Nelson. He also features in the movie. By mistake, because he's drunk in the background of the fucking movie and he's walking around, but it works. Okay, that's one spoiler. That's nice. It works. He signed a release form, so he's part of the movie. Alright? So I rock up there, I'm like, hey man, whose spot is this? I think it was a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning. Now I'm going around trying to find these locations, alright? I'm like, yo, Doctor man, I'm trying to find a scrapyard like yours. He says, yo man, you wanna come work here? You wanna come shoot here? Come through. It don't matter. Even I can call Toto now. I'm like, yo, Toto, I wanna come shoot tomorrow. He's gonna say, come through. We spent, we had everybody that hangs around at Toto's spot and they made the place look proper. All those people you see when she arrives at the back with a drone shot, all of them are part of the movie. All of them signed. All that shit is staged. It's not like...
You said something very important which people, well, a first-time filmmaker or people who didn't go to film school know. Like how important are release forms and how, because they can be very dangerous if you don't have it.
Yeah. It's very important.
Yeah, because we live in a generation where we have renegade filmmakers who are, I love you guys so much, gang. Can you tell us about that?
Release forms are very important. I mean, they save you and they save the actor as well. You gotta enter into an agreement. This thing is sensitive. This is people's image that you're trying to portray out there. And there's monetary value that's also implied in it, and you also need to communicate and have an understanding with whoever you're filming, so that everybody's in agreement. It's almost like some kind of contract. You need to enter into a contract with somebody so everybody knows what's happening, how it's going to be done, and what it is for, okay? And what their role in it is and what your role. So it's basically a contract, but it's very important that you sign that, okay? Just for security, okay? So yeah, I'd really advise that you do have like proper paperwork. You need location release forms, right? You need permission to do these things anywhere on the street. If you're going to be closing down the street, you need permission.
Because people can like sue you and want a cut.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they were probably like there for like a second in your film, and they're like, you didn't ask me to be part of your film. You're exploiting me.
Exactly.
And probably that year God was very graceful to you. You earned like a good $10 million. They have a cut in there.
Absolutely.
They have a cut.
Yeah. So I actually digressed, right? Because I lost my train of thought back then when I was telling you an interesting story about the makeup artist, the one in blue, the white chick that exhibited some keenness to be in it, and then suddenly it was not working out for her. She was having something, trying to transfer me to somebody else, and now I'm on the bus from Joburg on my way back to Bloom. I'm sitting with this chick. I'm like, yo, listen, I'm a filmmaker and I'm looking for a makeup artist. She's like, oh man, I know somebody that does makeup. We were friends. in varsity. I don't have a number right now, but we're friends on Facebook. Let me see if I can get it. She goes into Facebook. She finds this lady. Her name is Michaela. I was like, yo, Michaela, I'm sure that she sends like, listen, can you send your... she gets the number while we're on the bus to Bloom, before we even get to Bloom. I call Michaela. Before I could even tell her, like, listen, this is a student production, I'm not paying you. And she said, listen, I don't know how, it's crazy how things were falling into place. Like, how good. And I had just got my skin. My gold skin on, okay? I had just gotten my gold skin.
Utholele wash lakhe.
Okay?
Thokoza bogogo nabomkhulu.
Yeah.
Like
Thokoza bogogo nabomkhulu. Yes.
Like you aligning yourself, the wash lakho. Like if you don't know Zulu, if you don't know Nguni, I'm sorry, you're not enlightened in this conversation right now. Yes. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Aligning yourself with your ancestors, and that's what happens. Once you align yourself, the stuff that they've been blocking ends up flowing, and you feel like things are happening too fast for you.
Absolutely.
So enjoy the journey.
Oh,
like enjoy the journey.
It's been blissful. It's been amazing, and it's still amazing. Look at me now, sitting over here with Mary Kay. And I've never had like such a conversation, an interview that's this long. I mean, we're going on to like...
It's a podcast. We can go on to like even 3
hours.
Look,
this is over an hour, okay?
And people enjoy them. People love them so much. My second last question to you is like, can we talk about the art of directing? Like, first, tell me why you decided to become a director, and what truly is the art of directing, because some people think it's easy, like you select the shots, tell them to act this, and they don't think about so many things, they don't think about so many elements. It's like literally an orchestra for me personally. Like you have to think how much power does certain elements or certain departments take over, who shines at this time. Like sometimes actors don't even have to say much, but they need to like exude a lot of emotion, which becomes very powerful. How much power do you allow them to have within a scene or screen time? Like how do you make sound feel important? Because on set, sound guys are treated like crap. They're just there with the boom screen, just recording. But without sound, there's no film. Not
at all. Sound is it's like the most important part of the film. Okay, I mean, yes, sound. You cannot not have sound. Even the silent era, there was music. Okay, there's always sound in film. And without sound, it just doesn't. It's like, I don't know. You could just have it as a still picture. Okay?
A horror is actually funny without sound.
It looks funny, right?
Yes.
Exactly, right? That's why it looks scary, because they put those sounds. Exactly. So sound is paramount to filmmaking. Okay. You can almost. That's why you had like radio dramas. Even before you had visual, you were listening and picturing this thing, okay? So sound is very important, but why were we talking about sound again?
What got you into directing?
Oh, what got me into directing? Yeah.
The art of directing.
Yes. Look, man, I am not a philosopher, and I'm not very...
I'm talking about experience.
Yeah. I know that I'm doing it because I'm passionate about it, and it's something that I've had to watch a lot of movies to actually try and see how it works. I'm a filmmaker by training. I went to it's not really film school. I went to drama school, and they had television in it. But after that, I've worked with people, household names in the film and TV.
You don't have to make excuses, because I'm just not diverting
But I'm
from
trying
the
to tell you
question.
the reason why I like or how what got me into it. It was I thought when I was in drama school, I realized I'm not an actor. I'd rather, because I can't see
Oh, so
my
you wanted to be in
content,
front of the screen?
Yeah, I enjoyed movies even in high school, and I thought, okay, let me try drama. Okay, let me see if I can actually start acting, and maybe that will lead me to actually creating the actual film themselves. Yeah, so it was not by mistake. It's something that I wanted, but I didn't know how to go about it besides going to drama school. And then boom.
Do you know, like, going back to your comment right now, when you said like about studying film and stuff like that, one of the most recognized names in celebrated filmmakers in South Africa right now is Jamil XT Kubek. And he didn't study film.
Yeah.
You know, but he reads a lot and he studies film by watching. So he has a very trained eye. I love his stuff, like visually. Story, we'll talk about it, but visually his stuff is amazing. So I think like it doesn't matter your education. Yes, your education can probably take you miles and set you apart, but if you don't have the passion and the eager for you to like, if you're not possessed by this demon which makes you want to watch movies every day, people don't get how many movies I watch every day.
I'll tell you something.
I don't understand why.
I know somebody I used to work with, and they were a first AD when we were working when I was working for this production company, alright? But I'll tell you right now, that kid is in Hollywood, didn't study film, and he tells me how he got into it. People were shooting in Soweto. He said, yo, listen, can I get it? What can I do? Let me help. Alright? He is lying. That kid is beyond me. Okay, right now, I look at him, I'm like, yeah, I know you. Okay, I know you. I know he's dope. He was picking up awards the other day. You probably know some of these kids. They with Parental Advisory Productions with Kumete. They went to AFDA. Okay, the kid that he hangs with.
Not everyone from AFDA knows each other, by the way.
The kids that he hangs out with went to AFDA. He didn't go to AFDA, but he's like the producer, alright? And these kids are big, alright? They're killing it. Kiriboni. Okay? I was looking at the film like...
Oh, the actress?
No, the movie.
Yes.
I was looking at the movie, I'm like, no, but this is not right. I know Drew, he can do that. But I actually judged the movie before it was finished. The way the movie was being told, I thought, oh no, but it just doesn't look right. But I understood. I had to like spend a little bit. I actually overstepped before the movie was even done. I said, no man, this is not how I know these guys, because I know they killer. I call him up immediately. I'm like, no man, what is this? It's on Netflix. I'm like, Drew, what is this? He says, did you watch the movie? I'm like, I'm watching it now, man, and it's not going anywhere. He says, yo, watch the movie and finish it, okay? I'm like, okay, I'll finish it. I didn't. 2-3 days later, awards. He's picking up mad awards. This kid is in France, is in whatever, he's picking up awards. I'm like, shit. I get in there, I watch the movie. I'm so embarrassed, I can't call him now. I'm like, yo, man, I watched the movie.
You need to celebrate him.
Yeah, no, he tried to call me when he was picking up these awards. He wanted to say, listen, I told you, didn't I tell you? I think that's what he wanted to tell me, because I was trying to almost, I don't know, but I know him personally, so I was able, I know I can tell him off, call him out, whatever. And I'm embarrassed now to talk to Drew again.
Say sorry now.
No, I haven't been able to get a hold of it. He's hard to get a hold of now.
It's hard.
Yes, he's hard to get a hold of. That's how big the kid is blowing up. okay? And he has no film school. He has nothing. He has the passion, and he was there to do it when he had to do it. I remember this one time, I'm like, yo, where you at? He says, I'm like, I gotta shoot in Pretoria. I need you to come here and come and do AD, first AD. He says, no, I'll be there, man. I know you and I go way back, all right? He says, yo, where you at? This is before Uber and shits and like that, right? We're chilling in Pretoria, we're waiting. He pulls up in some crazy ass cab, all right? And you understand, he paid money. From Joburg, he took like some...
Whoa, that's...
I'm like, yo, Joe, what's going on here? He says, don't worry about it, man. You're my man. I got you. Don't worry about that. I just...
Oh, he
like,
just got a phone
still...
check. He just got a phone check.
Yeah. I'm
This...
saying to him, I'm like, yo, man, but I need you to do film. I need you to do, hey, did you still do that? He says, no, I don't do that no more, man, you know. I'm now a producer. But I'll do it with you.
You know, I love producer money, but the producer work, I'm like, yeah.
But he says, I'll do it with you. Because, yeah, you put me through. You put me on, okay? Yeah, and from there, Drew was just gone. So that's what I was saying, Mary Kay. We're not the same. We're not going to blow up the same way. We don't have the same... I'm not talking to people like how you would talk to people. I mean, I was listening to your podcasts. You talk to Kubaka, XT, what's his name? Jamil, right? You talk to him like possibly maybe his producer also thinks twice before she says the things that you would ask him about, and straight to the point, you know? I mean, a person gets to a level and people start also changing how they speak with them, you know, but, you know?
No, I get it.
You are different. You are you. You do things the way you do them. And how you're going to end up is just totally different. We may take the same part, like you're saying. Not everybody from Abda knows everybody from Abda. Jamil is not a film student, but look at him. He's like one of the dopest filmmakers today. And he's producing like this.
He got into the game early by actually working in the industry, doing commercials and shit like that. You know, so if you either being part of the industry, guys, like literally, and you can't afford the fees because film is literally, it's a luxury profession, says Denzel Washington. Like, it's a luxury profession. Like, not everybody can do it. If you're a filmmaker, you're blessed. And if you're earning, you're blessed. Like, seriously. So,
Absolutely.
but if you're gonna do it, don't go back. It's like, go forward, because one day you are gonna receive blessings. I believe so. Yeah.
I like that.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Answer the art of directing, then check out.
Okay, for me, the art of directing, okay? It's feeling, okay? That's how I do it. I go with feeling. And like I was telling you, I've tried almost a lot of genres. You were telling me about K-pop
Yes.
the other day, okay? That's
With
what
John Parker.
something that I didn't know, okay?
Yes.
K-pop, but this, you gotta feel. I understand. I've studied film, but when I'm doing it, man, I have to feel it. I need to feel it. There's timing, you know. There's a lot of things. That's my art. Of, you know, I try and paint the picture to my actors cast. I have a good relationship with my cinematographers. My deal, you know, it's gotta be a unit, okay? It's gotta be a unit. And there was something very nice that I did this time when just before we started to shoot. You know, you need to have everybody feel like they are one. You need to connect everybody that's on the set and try and just optimize the energy, all right, on set. And the first day went very smoothly, okay? That's what I had already, it's in my director's book. I had a mantra that I wanted to do on set on a daily basis so that everybody connects every time we start.
What was the mantra?
Okay.
You forgot.
Everybody gather together. Let's all hold hands and let the energy flow and work together together as a body and create magic. That was the sad mantra.
Magic is important.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being part of Bioscope. I'm wishing you well. Hoping to speak to you in 5 years' time on your next project, and tell me how was Berlin Film Festival this time. And yeah, I'm so excited about your films, getting to know you. It's been a privilege, you know. It's so nice to connect with other South African filmmakers and watch them blossom. It's nice to see colleagues and friends at the top, but it's also nice to see them on the way to the top, you know.
Thank you so much for having me, Mary Kay. I really appreciate it.
And guys, please do not forget to like and subscribe and comment down below and tell me what you think about this full interview. Mwah.
Bye, Bioscope listeners. This was King Kgosi, director for Ngwaneso. See you again on the next one. We deal with shots, baby. That's it.